The Mara River snakes through the heart of the Masai Mara. It is a ribbon of shimmering life in a vast sun-drenched landscape. Here in Kenya, this river is everything. It offers a lifeline to all creatures, great and small. The water quenches the thirst of the endless plains. It nourishes the soil, allowing lush vegetation to grow along its banks. But this river is not just a place of peace and refreshment. It is also a place of great danger. Every sip of water comes with a risk. Every moment spent near its edge is a gamble. Life and death are constant companions here, intertwined in the flowing currents. This is a world of dramatic contrasts. In the morning light, the river can seem tranquil. A family of giraffes might stoop awkwardly to drink, their long necks reflected perfectly on the surface. Small birds dart through the air, their songs filling the morning quiet. But beneath that calm surface, danger is always lurking. The river holds ancient secrets and formidable predators. It is a stage for some of nature's most epic dramas. The water that gives life can also take it away in an instant. This is the fundamental rule of the Mara, a truth understood by every animal that comes here. The river's mood can change with the seasons. During the dry months, it shrinks, becoming a shallow, muddy lifeline that draws animals from miles around. The competition for its precious water becomes intense. Tensions rise among the different species that gather here. Then the rains come. The river swells, its currents growing powerful and treacherous. It transforms the landscape, bringing new life but also new challenges. This constant cycle of change shapes the lives of all who depend on the river, forcing them to adapt or perish in its unforgiving embrace. Every creature plays a part in this complex ecosystem. The elephants arrive in great herds, their wisdom guiding them to the best crossing points. The lions lie in wait, their golden eyes scanning the banks for an opportunity. Even the smallest animals, like the banded mongoose, have their role. They scurry through the undergrowth, always alert, always aware of the river's dual nature. The Mara is a world where survival is a daily struggle. It is a place of breathtaking beauty and brutal reality, where the story of life is written every single day in the mud of its banks. Deep within the murky waters of the Mara, the true rulers lie in wait. They are the Nile crocodiles. These are creatures of immense power and patience. They are living fossils, their design perfected over millions of years. A large male, a giant named Sobek by observers, can reach over 5 meters in length. His body is a fortress of armored scales. His jaws are immensely powerful, capable of snapping bone with terrifying ease. He spends most of his day in stillness. He might look like a floating log, an inert piece of driftwood. This deception is his greatest weapon in this ancient kingdom. The crocodiles live a life of calculated patience. They can go for months without eating a large meal. They conserve their energy for the moments that truly matter. They lie submerged, with only their eyes and nostrils breaking the surface. They watch. They wait. They are masters of the ambush. They know the river's currents and its hiding places better than any other creature. Their existence is a testament to survival. They have outlasted countless other species, adapting to the changing world while remaining fundamentally the same. Their ancient lineage commands respect and inspires fear. Family life for these reptiles is surprisingly complex. A female crocodile will guard her nest with fierce determination. She carefully buries her eggs in the sandy riverbank, protecting them from predators like monitor lizards and hyenas. When the eggs begin to hatch, the baby crocodiles make small chirping sounds. The mother hears their calls. She gently digs them out and, in a display of remarkable tenderness, carries the tiny hatchlings in her powerful jaws. She transports them to a nursery pool, a secluded area where they can be safe from the river's many dangers. But even with a mother's protection, life is perilous for a young crocodile. They are vulnerable. They can be hunted by large birds such as storks and even by other, larger crocodiles. Only a tiny fraction of hatchlings will ever survive to adulthood. Those that do will grow to become the next generation of apex predators. They will inherit the river, They will learn the art of the patient hunt. They will continue the reign of the ancient rulers who have commanded the Mara for countless millennia, their presence a constant reminder of the river's raw and untamed power. The crocodiles are not the only giants that command the Mara River. They must share their domain with the formidable hippopotamus. By day, the hippos congregate in large groups known as pods. They spend hours submerged in the water, seeking refuge from the intense African sun. Their sheer size and aggressive nature make them one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. They are fiercely territorial. A dominant bull will not hesitate to challenge any intruder that dares to enter his stretch of the river. Their deep, grunting calls echo across the water, a constant declaration of their presence. Despite their bulk, hippos move with surprising grace in the water. They are not swimming, but rather walking or bouncing along the riverbed. They create pathways through the reeds and deeper channels. At night, they leave the safety of the river. They emerge onto the plains to graze on grass, sometimes traveling several kilometers in their search for food. This nightly exodus is a risky endeavor. It exposes them to predators like lions, but the river always calls them back. It is their sanctuary, their home, and the center of their social lives. They are an essential part of the river's ecosystem. Then there are the elephants, the gentle giants of the Savannah. For them, the Mara River is a vital resource. It is a place to drink, to cool down, and to play. An entire herd, led by a wise old matriarch, will arrive at the riverbank. They move with a quiet dignity. The matriarch knows the safest places to cross, where the currents are not too strong and the banks are not too steep. She tests the water with her trunk, communicating with her family through deep rumbling sounds that travel through the ground. Her experience is the key to their survival here. Watching an elephant family at the river is a truly moving sight. The young calves splash and trumpet with joy, spraying each other with water under the watchful eyes of their mothers and aunts. They coat their skin in mud, which acts as a protective layer against the sun and biting insects. This is more than just survival. It is a display of deep social bonds and communal care. The elephants bring a sense of peace and majesty to the river. They share the water with the crocodiles and hippos, each giant respecting the other's space in a delicate, unspoken truce. The vast plains surrounding the Mara River are home to immense herds of grazing animals. Giraffes, zebras, and various species of antelope depend on the river for their survival. But for these animals, every visit to the water's edge is a journey into a danger zone. Thirst is a powerful motivator driving them towards the life-giving water. Yet their instincts scream with caution. They approach the river slowly, their senses on high alert. Their eyes scan the water for any sign of movement. Their ears twitch, listening for the slightest sound that might signal a hidden predator. The giraffe, with its incredible height, has a unique disadvantage. To drink, it must splay its long front legs in a wide, awkward stance. It lowers its neck, a process that can take several moments. In this vulnerable position, it cannot easily see an approaching danger. It cannot quickly flee. The giraffe must rely on the watchfulness of the herd. One animal will keep guard while another drinks. This cooperative behavior is essential for their survival. They take turns, each one trusting the others to sound the alarm at the first hint of a threat from the lurking crocodiles. Zebras also gather in large, nervous herds. Their dazzling stripes are thought to confuse predators, making it difficult to single out an individual from the moving mass. But at the river, this defense is less effective. When they lower their heads to drink, they are exposed. They are skittish, often spooked by the smallest disturbance. A bird taking flight or a sudden splash can send the entire herd galloping away in a panic. They will return minutes later, their thirst too great to ignore. This constant tension between fear and need defines their relationship with the river. The riverbank is littered with the evidence of past struggles. The bleached bones of less fortunate grazers serve as a stark reminder of the risks. Every animal that comes here understands the price of a moment's inattention. A young impala, separated from its mother, might hesitate too long. A lone wildebeest, weakened by its long journey, might not have the strength to scramble up the muddy bank. The river provides life, but it demands a heavy toll. For the grazers of the Mara, it is a place of both salvation and potential sacrifice, a beautiful but deadly oasis. The drama of the Mara is not confined to the water. The riverbanks are a prime hunting ground for the great cats of Africa. A pride of lions may rest in the shade of an acacia tree, their golden coats blending perfectly with the dry grass. They appear lazy, dozing in the afternoon heat, but their eyes are always watching the river. They know that this is where their prey must eventually come. The river concentrates the herds, creating opportunities for a coordinated hunt. The lionesses, the primary hunters of the pride, are masters of strategy and teamwork. When the time is right, the hunt begins. The lions use the terrain to their advantage. They may use the thick brush along the riverbank as cover, stalking their chosen target with silent, patient steps. The hunt is often a chaotic and powerful event. The lions burst from their cover, their powerful bodies built for short, explosive sprints. They work together to isolate a weaker animal from the panicked herd. Their success is far from guaranteed. Many hunts end in failure, but the lions are persistent, driven by the need to feed their cubs and maintain their territory. The cheetah, the fastest land animal on Earth, also patrols these plains. Unlike the lion, the cheetah is a solitary hunter, relying on incredible speed rather than brute strength or teamwork. It prefers the more open areas near the river, where it can fully utilize its astonishing acceleration. A cheetah might sit atop a termite mound, its sharp eyes scanning the horizon for a lone gazelle or impala. It is a creature of daylight, a specialist in high-speed chases that are over in a matter of seconds. The river is a magnet for its prey, making the surrounding grasslands a vital hunting territory. The presence of these powerful predators adds another layer of danger for the animals visiting the river. An animal that successfully avoids a crocodile in the water might escape only to run into a waiting lion on the bank. This relentless pressure from all sides is a constant feature of life in the Mara. It is a world where danger can come from the water below or the grasslands beyond. The hunters on the banks, with their own families to feed, are just as much a part of this ecosystem as the grazers they hunt, each playing their role in the river's unending cycle of life and death. Once a year, the Mara landscape is transformed by one of the greatest spectacles on Earth. It is the Great Migration. More than 1 million wildebeest, accompanied by hundreds of thousands of zebras and gazelles, journey north from the Serengeti in Tanzania. They are following the rains, chasing the promise of fresh, green grass. Their journey is honestly an epic odyssey, fraught with peril. It is a relentless march, driven by instinct and hunger. The sound of their arrival is like distant thunder, a low, continuous rumble that grows louder each day. The plains become a sea of moving bodies. The air fills with dust and the constant bleating calls of the wildebeest. They move as a single massive entity, a river of hooves flowing across the Savannah. But their path is blocked by a formidable obstacle, the Mara River. To reach the rich pastures on the other side, they must cross its treacherous waters. The animals gather at the river's edge, their numbers swelling into a huge, restless crowd. They hesitate, their instincts warring with the overwhelming urge to move forward. The tension is immense. The crocodiles have been waiting for this moment. They have been conserving their energy for weeks, sensing the impending arrival of the herds. They gather in the river at the traditional crossing points, their numbers growing. The largest and most experienced crocodiles position themselves in the deepest channels where the current is strongest. They know that this is where the wildebeest will be most vulnerable. For the crocodiles, the migration is not a spectacle. It is the most important event of the year. It is a time of feasting that will sustain them for many months to come. The pressure within the herd continues to build. The animals at the back push forward, forcing those at the front closer to the precipice. The zebras, often more cautious, mix with the wildebeest, adding to the chaos. A single brave or foolish individual will eventually take the first leap. Its decision triggers a chain reaction. Suddenly, the hesitation is broken. A flood of animals pours over the bank and into the river. The great migration crossing has begun, and with it, a life and death struggle of epic proportions. The moment the first wildebeest hits the water, the scene erupts into pure chaos. The river, once quiet, is now a churning mass of panicked animals and thrashing water. The air is filled with frantic bellows and the sound of hooves struggling for purchase on slippery rocks. The wildebeests swim with desperate energy, their eyes wide with fear. Their single goal is to reach the opposite bank. But the river itself is a powerful enemy. The strong current can sweep away the young and the weak, pulling them downstream and away from the safety of the herd. This is the moment the crocodiles have been waiting for. They strike with astonishing speed and power. A huge crocodile erupts from the depths, its jaws clamping down on a struggling wildebeest. The attack is swift and brutal. The crocodile uses its immense strength to drag its prey underwater, employing a death roll to subdue the large animal. Other crocodiles are drawn to the commotion, creating a feeding frenzy. The water turns red. It is a scene of primal ferocity, a stark display of the predator-prey relationship at its most raw and unforgiving. Survival during the crossing depends on a combination of strength, luck, and instinct. Some wildebeest seem to know the safest path, following a line where the water is shallower and the current less fierce. They swim in a tight group, finding some measure of safety in numbers. But panic can be as deadly as any predator. An animal might be kicked by another's flailing hooves or be pushed underwater by the sheer weight of the bodies around it. Many drown, their bodies carried away by the current, becoming a feast for scavengers downstream. Those that make it to the other side face one final challenge: a steep, muddy bank. Exhausted and terrified, they must summon their last reserves of strength to scramble to safety. Many slip and fall back into the river, but one by one, the survivors pull themselves onto the green grass of the Masai Mara. They are battered and spent, but they are alive. They shake the water from their coats and continue their journey, leaving the chaos of the river behind. For them, the struggle is over for now. For the crocodiles, the feast will continue as long as the herds keep coming. For the wildebeest that have successfully crossed the Mara River, a new life begins. The grasslands on the northern side are lush and green, a reward for their perilous journey. Here, they can graze and regain their strength. The calves that survived the crossing stay close to their mothers, their bond strengthened by the shared trauma. The herd settles into a temporary rhythm of peace and plenty. The immediate danger of the river is behind them, replaced by the endless cycle of grazing and watching for the predators of the plains, like lions and hyenas. The crossing has a profound impact on all the river's inhabitants. The crocodiles, now well fed, become less active. Many will not need to hunt again for a very long time. They retreat to their favored basking spots on the sandy banks, digesting their enormous meals. The river, once a scene of violent chaos, slowly returns to a state of calm. The waters clear, and the evidence of the great struggle is washed away. The river's ecosystem absorbs the event, with scavengers like marabou, storks, and vultures cleaning the banks of any remains. Life continues for the other animals as well. The hippos reclaim their territories, their grunts once again the dominant sound on the water. The elephants continue their gentle journeys to and from the river, their ancient routines undisturbed. The smaller creatures, like the mongooses, emerge from their hiding places, foraging along the banks now that the thunder of hooves has passed. The river once again becomes a shared resource, a place of quiet encounters and daily routines. Its great annual drama concluded for another year. The survivors of the migration are a testament to the resilience of life. They have faced the ultimate test and emerged victorious. The herds will spend several months in the Masai Mara, fattening up and raising their young. But the journey is not over. Soon instinct will call them south again, back towards the Serengeti. They will have to face the Mara River once more on their return journey. This endless cycle of migration, of struggle and survival, is the heartbeat of this incredible wilderness, a powerful story of endurance against all odds. The dramatic hunts and chaotic crossings are defining moments in the Mara, but they are only part of a much larger story. Life here is not just about the moment of the kill, it is about everything that comes before and after. It is about the lioness tenderly grooming her cubs, teaching them the subtle arts of survival. It is about the elephant matriarch leading her family with ancient wisdom, ensuring their safety and well-being. These moments of peace, of family bonds, and of social interaction are the foundations upon which this entire ecosystem is built. Every creature, from the largest crocodile to the smallest insect, is connected. The crocodiles, by controlling the grazer populations, play a vital role in maintaining the health of the grasslands. The dung from the vast herds of elephants and wildebeest fertilizes the soil, allowing new life to grow. The hippos, by creating channels in the river, help to shape the aquatic environment for fish and other small organisms. It is a complex and delicate web of interdependence where the actions of one species directly affect the lives of countless others. The river itself is the thread that ties everything together. It is a constant, a source of life that has flowed through this land for eons. It has witnessed countless generations of animals. It has been the stage for millions of dramas of life and death. The river is a powerful symbol of the continuity of life. Even after the most brutal hunt or the most chaotic crossing, the water continues to flow. The sun continues to rise and set. The seasons continue to turn. Life, in all its forms, endures. And so, the circle remains unbroken. A young crocodile, having survived its perilous youth, grows to become a formidable ruler of the river. A wildebeest calf born on the plains will one day feel the instinctual pull to join the great migration. The stories of the Mara are written in the earth, carried on the wind, and reflected in the ever-changing waters of the river. It is a place of harsh realities, but also of profound beauty and enduring hope. It reminds us that in nature, every ending is also a new beginning.